If you leave your toddler at daycare and walk away feeling guilty, you are not the only parent who does that. Some parents sit in the car after drop-off wondering if they are missing too much, if their child would be better at home, or if needing childcare somehow means they are choosing work, money, or survival over their child's development. But a large study from Japan suggests that the story many parents are told about daycare may be too simple. In a study published in Scientific Reports, researchers Keita Kanamori, Chiharu Oda, and colleagues used data from the Japan Environment and Children's Study to examine early group childcare and child development. The study included 39,894 children and compared children who started group childcare at around 6 months with children who did not start early group childcare. The researchers used the Ages and Stages Questionnaires, 3rd edition, which looks at development in areas like communication, gross motor skills, fine motor skills, problem solving, and personal social skills. By age 3, children in the early group childcare group showed better developmental outcomes across all 5 areas. That does not prove daycare is always better than home care, and it does not mean every daycare is good. Quality matters, child temperament matters, family situation matters, and the way a child is supported at home still matters. But the study does challenge one very common fear: the idea that daycare is automatically harmful, or that using childcare means a parent is somehow failing their toddler. This is the daycare guilt trap. A parent needs childcare, but instead of seeing it as part of the child's support system, they see it as a loss. They imagine all the hours they are not there, all the moments someone else might see first, and all the ways their child might need them while they are working or handling life. The guilt can get worse when other people make comments like, "They're so young," or "I could never leave my child that long," or "Kids need their mother at home." Even when no one says it directly, many parents still carry the feeling that daycare is something they have to defend. The problem with that guilt is that it turns childcare into a moral judgment instead of a developmental question. A better question is not, "Am I a bad parent for using daycare?" The better question is this childcare environment giving my child safe, responsive, and useful experiences? That shift matters because good childcare is not just a place where a toddler waits until a parent comes back. It can be a place where children practice communication, learn routines, move their bodies, solve small problems, watch other children, follow group rhythms, and build social confidence in ways that are hard to create at home alone. Think about a toddler in a good group setting. They hear other children talk, they learn to wait for a turn, they practice asking for help, they sit near peers at snack time, they copy songs and gestures, they climb, paint, build, clean up, listen to stories, and slowly learn that other adults can be safe too. None of that replaces a parent. It adds another layer to the child's world. That is the part guilty parents often miss. Daycare does not have to mean your child is being raised by strangers instead of you. In a healthy situation, it means your child has more safe adults, more social practice, more routines, and more chances to use skills in a different environment. The parent is still the parent. The attachment relationship does not disappear because a child spends part of the day with trained caregivers. The study from Japan is useful because it looked at several developmental areas, not only one narrow outcome. Communication, motor skills, problem solving, and personal social development are all shaped by daily experiences. A group childcare setting may create repeated opportunities for those skills because children are surrounded by routines, materials, peers, and adults who are guiding development throughout the day. But this is where the nuance matters. The study does not mean every childcare setting is equal. A crowded, chaotic, emotionally cold environment is very different from a warm, predictable, responsive one. A child who is ignored all day is not getting the same experience as a child whose caregivers notice their signals, speak to them, help them regulate, and create safe routines. So the real issue is not daycare versus home in a simplistic way. The real issue is quality of care. Good childcare usually has a few things parents can actually look for. The caregivers know the children, not just the schedule. They get down to the child's level, use warm voices, respond to distress, support play, and help with conflicts instead of only controlling behavior. The room feels active but not constantly chaotic. Children have time to move, explore, play, rest, and connect. Parents are told how the child is doing, not only whether they ate and slept. A toddler may still cry at drop-off sometimes, but over time, there should also be signs of trust, familiarity, and recovery after separation. That last part is important because some parents think any crying at drop-off means daycare is damaging the child. Sometimes crying means the child is having a hard transition, not that the environment is harmful. Many toddlers cry when separating from a parent and then settle, play, connect with a caregiver, and have a normal day. The question is not only whether the child cries when you leave. The better question is what happens after you leave. Do they recover with support? Do they seek comfort from a caregiver? Do they engage during the day? Do they seem connected to at least one adult there? Do they show signs that the environment is becoming familiar? Those questions tell you more than the drop-off moment alone. This matters because drop-off guilt can distort how parents interpret everything. A parent sees tears and thinks, "I'm hurting my child." But a toddler can feel sad about separation and still be safe, supported, and developing well. Both things can be true at the same time. There is also a bigger emotional piece here. Some parents do not only feel guilty because of the child. They feel guilty because they themselves wish life were different. They may want more time, more money, more support, more flexibility, or a slower pace. Daycare guilt sometimes becomes the place where all of that grief lands. The parent says, "I feel bad about daycare," but underneath it may be, "I wish parenting did not require so many impossible choices." That deserves compassion, not judgment. Using childcare does not mean you do not want your child. It often means you are doing what your family needs to function. Work, income, health, education, responsibilities, and mental well-being are not separate from a child's life. They are part of the family system your child grows inside. The healthier way to think about daycare is not as a replacement for parenting, but as an extension of the child's environment. If that environment is warm and high quality, it can support development. If it is not, then parents are right to ask questions, visit, observe, and advocate. One practical thing parents can do is watch for the relationship, not just the program. A daycare can have nice toys, a clean room, and a polished website, but the most important thing for a toddler is the caregiver-child relationship. Does someone notice when your child is overwhelmed? Does someone know how they like to be comforted? Does your child have a person there they seem to trust? Are caregivers talking with children during normal routines, or are they mostly managing bodies through the day? Development happens inside relationships, not just inside activities. Another thing parents can watch is whether the childcare setting gives the child experiences they would not easily get at home. Some children benefit from being around peers, hearing more language, practicing group routines, using different materials, and seeing other children attempt things. A toddler who refuses to try something at home may copy another child at daycare. A child who is shy may slowly practice being part of a group. A child who is very attached to one parent may learn that other safe adults can help them too. Again, that does not make daycare automatically better than home. A warm, engaged home environment can be wonderful. A high-quality childcare environment can also be wonderful. The guilt trap is thinking only one of those can be good. For many families, the best answer is not home is good and daycare is bad, or daycare is good and home is not enough. The better answer is that children can develop well in more than one kind of safe, responsive environment. If you use daycare, the goal is not to erase all guilt. Some feelings are normal, especially if drop-off is hard or if you wish you had more time. The goal is to stop using guilt as the only measurement. Look at the actual environment. Look at your child's recovery after drop-off. Look at the caregiver relationship. Look at the routines, communication, warmth, and whether your child is gradually building trust there. That gives you better information than shame. If this is something you struggle with, write in the comments what part of daycare creates the most guilt for you. Is it drop-off crying, long hours, missing milestones, comments from other people, or worrying that someone else is getting the best part of your child's day? Those answers matter because daycare guilt is often heavier when parents think they are the only ones feeling it. And if you want more parenting videos that turn research into practical everyday decisions, subscribe because parents deserve better than being shamed for needing support. The main thing to remember is this: good childcare can be a developmental environment, not a parenting failure. Your child does not need you to be the only safe person in their world. They need the adults around them, including you and their caregivers, to be warm, responsive, and trustworthy.